So you're Frank.
And you're Frank.
And together we are Frankly Speaking.
Your party at the door, bring it open mind. Oh, mind. Past the sound bites, truth where we explore. Frankly Speaking, that's what this mic is for. Frankly Speaking, let's go open the door. Frankly Speaking, you can't ask for more. Frankly Speaking.
Yeah. All right, here, put on a little.
Oh, that's new.
Politics is our porn. Yeah.
What the hell? I feel like I'm in church.
Politics is our porn. Yeah. Politics is our porn.
Yeah, baby.
Holy moly.
Brothers and sisters,
Hallelujah.
New York City. Let's see. Let's just kill it.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Reverend Frank. He's going to hand around a tray to collect some cash.
There we go. Killed it. Boy, I knocked that right out of the park.
Was that our intro?
No, I did our intro first.
Oh.
And that's a song that I put together that I wrote originally. And then I recorded it. And then what I did was I ran it through that program. But that's me singing, and that's a bunch of
I love it.
artificial.
I mean, I feel like
artificial gospel is what it is.
Great song.
I want to put my arms in the air, but hallelujah,
No,
baby.
dance.
That's a song
Praise the
called-
Lord.
That song is called Mercury, and it's a song
Mercury?
about the dystopia of today.
I thought it could have been called Politics. I heard.
Politics is our porn.
Well, we've had a lot of politics happening this week. I mean, there's been.
There's a little bit of that.
We got a new mayor, and we got a lot of, you know.
We don't have a new mayor.
Oh, we don't. The city of New York.
We don't have.
From
a
what
new
I
mayor.
understand, this guy's giving out free groceries soon. That's what I told.
saw somebody puts up an AI video of people in like a Walmart crashing stuff, and there's two people with the same shirt on, like two sisters. And I'm going, I don't think that's real. I knew it wasn't real.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, man, you got to get your stuff straight because
Yeah.
it's not. He's Sora.
It's going to be a little while, but let's see what happens. Hey, listen, I'm all about giving people the opportunity to chance. You say you're going to do something. Hey, you got into office. Let's see what happens and see.
Well, there's stories behind this whole thing. It's hard to say. I believe you give. I believe they did give him a chance. There's all sorts of some history to this.
Oh boy,
Prehistoric.
here we go.
Shall we say?
I'm
not saying anything because I know nothing.
Hey, listen, it's gonna come out no matter what. Eventually, we're gonna see if they're talking crap or if they can stand up and deliver. We're gonna find out soon. I mean,
Wow.
the New Yorkers are not stupid. They're gonna find out real fast what's gonna happen down in New York.
Have you ever been to a proctologist?
Is that where they put your finger in your butt?
That's correct.
So I haven't
you
yet,
ever
but I'm
been-
looking forward to it.
So you know what he says?
Look,
He says turn around.
They said as you get older, you start thinking about things like that. Like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go check that out. See.
You know, when he says turn around, and you may feel a little pressure, and you don't know what's coming until that moment, and then it's like, whoa.
Yeah. Oh wow.
So you don't know. You don't know.
You're talking from experience.
I'm talking from experience. No question about it. I'm old.
And also relating it to politics. So that's good. That's good.
Well,
There's a through line there.
Could you see both of his hands when he?
42, 38, cut.
Well, I mean, if you feel something and his hands are off to the side, Frank,
Both hands on both shoulders. Yeah.
if he's got his hands on your shoulders saying it's going to be okay.
Well, there was.
man.
We just went off the deep end with that one.
Oh, we went from gospel to asses.
If made us smile a whole lot more than politics, so
Yes,
that's good.
correct.
That's priceless.
That's correct. And I think that's the thing. Like you give somebody a shot, literally and figuratively speaking, and then something. If it doesn't go right, you got to stop. You got to nip it in the butt real quick.
Literally.
I thought it was in the bud, but in the bud, whatever.
It is. I change things as I go.
Yeah.
It is nip it in the bud.
Is that screen going to be black the whole time, or do we get the? Is
No,
it gonna,
I'm
so
going
it's
to do
gonna
something.
show us?
Now I'll do a little bit with it.
Well, I'm just saying, so that way we can
For
see
us-
what's happening.
For us, I will bring it to thee so that we can see it.
Yeah, just so I know what's happening. Oh, there we go. That's perfect.
Oh,
Diane.
Thomas
I love
Johnson. Oh, Liam's first. We can't even get into Liam's first question.
Hey, we didn't even do the
perfect-
intro
Boy,
yet.
oh boy. So let's have Monica say her prayer.
Oh, yeah.
But we have to first say, I'm Frank,
And you're Frank.
and we are
Frankly speaking.
That was off.
That happened. Was it?
He said,
It sounds like we're getting better, but
I'm
then it
Frank,
actually got
and
worse.
then he said, "You're Frank."
And you're, oh yeah, I'm Frank,
It was
and
a
you're
question.
Frank. I'm Frank, and you're.
I said
you're
I'm Frank.
You're supposed to say you're Frank.
Hey, are you
and-
Frank?
I'm Frank.
Actually, I just talked to Alexandria Frank. She said, so,
Oh my God! Can you imagine three
Hey,
Franks?
Alex.
"You're friends with her, right?"
Yes.
Yeah. She had messaged me something about the show and stuff like that. I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, I was like, man, that's all we need
Alex.
is a couple more Franks in here.
That
Maybe-
would be cool if she was here. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great.
I've heard a lot of stories about Alex from Monica, and nothing crazy.
Oh God! I was about to say, I was like, she seems like a nice girl from what I know of her. Yeah, she seems like a
I
nice.
mean,
she
she
volunteers.
seems like a nice girl.
She's very sweet.
Yeah, she always shows up anytime I put out there that people need help or something like that. I will say she's one of the people that message me and be like, "Hey, if you don't get anybody, I'll send them $50, $100," and she's done it. I mean, every time. So
Not
I mean,
only does she say she's going to do it, she does it.
she does it.
Right.
Not a
Very caring
politician.
person.
So what I would like to hear, Monica has a new prayer for tonight.
Okay.
Of course, the disclaimer up front, it is ecumenical, just so that Frankie doesn't go off the.
And we're gonna
freaking
go off the
deep
deep end and be like, "This goes for all religions. This is not a Jehovah's Witness, a Christian, a Catholic. This is for all religions, all people of all races, colors, creed." Okay.
But
Simply an intention.
the thing with this is Frankie's not wearing his gold cross today.
I'm not a Catholic church. Yeah.
He's not.
That's
nearly
why
as
you don't have to
religious
bend
today
over the
as he-
table today, Frank.
But he's already done his good deeds for the day.
Oh God.
I heard that. I was
yeah, we
trying
need a
to
prayer
ignore
right
it.
now.
Yeah, we definitely need some. I need some healing.
Living on a prayer.
Come on, let me feel it. I
Let's
want to
go.
put my arms in the air and bring
All
it in.
right. So let's
Okay.
have a little silence here.
In these times of uncertainty, may we surrender and trust our soul's journey. May we show patience and grace to others who are also on their own journey. May we find peace in accepting that. Give us the ability to see with our hearts and perfection and the light of all. Amen.
I always had the tendency at church. I always had the tendency to want to say almond,
Almond.
just because.
Oh
Weird.
my God, Frank, you always take it to like the like
I am always thinking
the
this
next level.
crazy.
I was like, I think we're stopping on level 7, and you just take it to 15. And it's
Take
like,
it to 12.
He's like Kramer.
Never stop at the
Life
13th
with
floor.
Kramer.
Yeah,
I love it,
forgot
though.
About that.
so what's going on in? We'll talk about the news a little bit. We don't have Bridget with us tonight, but we'll talk about like some local stuff. I'll tell you, this weekend, this Saturday and Sunday, we can use some volunteers. We're doing at ShopRite in LaGrange from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We're going to be collecting food. So if you are out in the area in LaGrange, ShopRite from Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 5, please, if you see us outside, drop by, give us a couple cans or whatever you can do. Stuffing, non-perishable goods. We're not collecting turkeys yet. We don't have a place to really put them. Although Emiliano's and Jay at Jason Patrick's, who I'm wearing Madison's Pizza. That's one of our sponsors tonight, by the way.
Oh.
Madison's Pizza. That's 44 Plaza. I'm not sure exactly where it is, but I know it's off Route 44, the A&P Plaza in Pleasant Valley. Jay Madison.
Acme.
Yeah, in the Acme Plaza. That's
They
right.
used to have salads there. They're pretty good.
Oh, it's good. Yeah. Oh, at Madison's. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're a great place, great people, great family-run business. They also own Jason Patrick's right on 44. Let me tell you, if you can go out in Pleasant Valley and you want to order pizza, you can go to their Madison's, or if you want to order a nice dinner, go to Jason Patrick's. Amazing food, great people, great vibe. Madison's Pizza, Jason Patrick's, Route 44. Come by.
Can I make a comment?
Of course you can.
If people want to give gift cards from the supermarket so you can buy the turkeys later on,
Oh, you could definitely do that. We would.
wouldn't that be?
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, I will say, so we do collect money there, and to save the money on the gift card, we'd rather you just give the cash and we can buy it because I think it costs $5 to buy a gift card. Like, so
Not a
you.
supermarket.
Oh, it's not? Okay,
it
well
doesn't
then,
cost anything.
supermarket gift cards are perfect. And I will tell you, Stephen Hoare at Mag Auto, what he does is a lot of times he buys a lot of extra gift cards, and if we run out or whatever, he'll give them a gift card so they can just go over and grab a turkey at Stop and Shop, which is really great. We this year, I want to mention a few sponsors that we have for our event that just had sent us a couple checks. Mental Health America, MHA, Andrew O'Grady. I really appreciate you. Every time we send something for him, when it includes like food or like helping the community, he's like, "Hey, we're in." So big shout out, Andrew O'Grady, MHA. O'Connor and Partners, Joe O'Connor, man, I love you to death. This guy's, he's like my brother from another mother. I wish he was from my mother because then I'd get half of what he's worth. But
What kind of business?
that's our brothers. Oh, O'Connor and Partners. They do. So they're a law firm. I mean,
law firm.
he does everything for me, including criminal. But most people, he does accidents and injury and stuff like that. But he is like, I mean, I've seen this guy in trial, and this guy is absolutely amazing. Joe O'Connor. So O'Connor and Partners, they have a place in Kingston, Poughkeepsie, and Newburgh, if you look them up online. Another sponsor we had Dave from Ameriprise. They just moved down to, I can't remember it's right across from like the, where our old Christmas shop was. It's that big tall building, used to be like a medical center right there. There's where Optum is, like if you're going down Route 9 South, right after the
Are
Marshalls
you
Plaza.
talking about where
Red Robin is and stuff like that.
where the five guys?
Five Guys, yeah. I don't remember the name of that place, but they just moved there. They used to be right on the Arterial Highway in Poughkeepsie, and he just moved down there. But he gave us a nice check, told us, hey, Frank, go buy some turkeys. I love what you're doing. I really appreciate you. So we had Madison's. Jay gave me a check. We got one from them, O'Connor and Partners. We had a few people reach out to me. I don't have it in front of me. I don't want to missay their names or anything like that. But I'll mention them on the next week's episode. But I want to say big shout out to Community Matters too for being our fiscal sponsor as a nonprofit. This way we're able to collect funds, put it into account, and spend them. And we get to spend all of the funds. So every dollar we get, that's why we're able to do so much. We take no administration costs. I don't get a paycheck. So it all goes into buying what we need. So we're able to help a lot more people than normal. And I only do that because I have my own job. I make my own money, and I don't need money like that. I mean, I love life, and we just talked about that earlier with Paula.
Yeah, well, why don't you talk? You were talking with Paula.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Hey, Liam, if you're out there, just let me know if we have any issues with the cameras or whatever. Give me a call. But I wanted to say this.
Hey, Paula. I need that list. Can you send me the list of all the sponsors? I just don't want to miss anybody. We just collected a couple checks, and I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody with that.
This should have been handled long before the show.
Yeah, I have it. We didn't have Paula sitting down here. But I definitely want it because it's so appreciated. You have no idea. It's like without you, there is no me. I mean, and as much as I say that, it's like, yes, I am the lead of it. So like I take the people over here and connect them with the people over here. So it's just, I mean, like you have to have somebody like me to do it, but without these people over here offering to help, I can't reach these other people. So I need you to help in order to do it. So she's got a list. Let me just make sure. I want to make sure we get all of them. There you go, Monica. All right, perfect. All right, so yeah, we have Madison's Pizza, Ameriprise, O'Connor and Partners, MHA, Bob Bruno over at TransTech. Thank you so much. Matt Consorti, he hasn't given it to me yet, but Matt, thank you very much for your donation.
I see the way he works now.
Consorti Brothers.
Mentioning names.
But I talked to him, and he's a great guy. They have Consorti Brothers Paving. This Matt Consorti is one of my best friends. I mean, he's a really good dude. Anytime I call him for anything, he definitely reaches out. We have Parker Mechanical, Steve over there. He's going to give us a nice check. I appreciate that. He doesn't know that yet either. I was going to tell him tonight, but I want to pay my bill first, and then I can get the check from him. I take all my cars there, though. I will tell you, it's like they're honest, they're reliable, and they get it done within a couple weeks.
I'll
So.
tell you, they took good care of my father while he was.
Oh,
here.
Lou, yeah. Who
Well, now
doesn't
we don't
love-
want to talk about my dad as much as we want to talk about what Parker Mechanic. They always took care of his oil changes, and Jack over at.
Oh, Jack.
Northside.
Well, Jack is on here, and let me tell you. So
He's
I
down
stopped.
the list.
Oh, Jack is. Let me tell you. So Jack had bought Northside in Poughkeepsie a couple years ago now, and I met him. And the first day I met this guy, I got to tell you, I was taken back by how nice and generous he was. And he came up to me. Now, I normally go around asking people, hey, for Christmas and that. He comes to me and he says, Frank, come on in. Come here. He writes out a check. He goes, here, I know you do the Christmas thing. Before you even ask me, I want to give it to you. And I was like, that doesn't happen often, but that told me a lot about him. So the problem is now I feel guilty going to ask him ever for anything, but I did. I went down there to his new place he has right down on Route 9 going towards Fishkill. It's on the left-hand side, almost near like the Plant Depot.
What did he buy?
He has another body shop, like another auto body shop. It's called Northside Auto.
All right.
He has 3 of them now. One, I think it's in Rhinebeck,
Congratulations.
Poughkeepsie, and then now all the way down in Fishkill. And it's right across from the old Talbots, or I mean, if they're still there or not.
Yeah,
But it's down there. It's on the left-hand side. And I went in there. It's a beautiful place. This guy really takes pride in what he does, and I love that. So if you need any body work done, please go spend your money where people are giving it back to the community. That's all I'm asking you. If you're going to do it, you got to spend it somewhere. Why not give it to people who are actually giving back? And I'm not saying these other body shops and stuff like that don't do it, but Jack is like, he goes above and beyond to help people. You have no idea. He actually fixed Paul's Jeep for her one time, so for free. Didn't even charge her. Then we got Craig Joya. Craig Joya, man, my man, Craig Joya.
Craig Joya.
He's always
Round of applause
smiling.
for Craig Joya.
He used to had the Cactus Club on Main Street. He turned it into, it was something 54 or something like that, right on Market Street there. It was Cactus Club,
Studio 54?
Maybe it wasn't Studio 54. I think it
was
was,
down in the
or
city.
Refinery 51, I think it was
Yes,
called.
yes.
Refinery 51, yeah. And then he has the Darby's up there, and then he has a place across the river. But this guy too, it's like I called him up, I said what we're doing. He's like, yeah, no problem. Let me send it, send me something, and I will definitely get you a check. Paula, your thing's shut off here. I can't get a check. Just in time, as I was talking about check, I was almost done. I think there was like 1 or 2 more on there. Unless you want to give me your passcode so I can get into your bank account information. All right. So we got Craig. Oh, Egidio. Oh, I can't forget Egidio down at Emiliano's. I want to make sure I put that in there. So every year he calls up and he gets me 500 boxes of stuffing, for our events. And it's just amazing, man. Like everybody comes together here and helps us out. And I really appreciate that. And then we had Cheryl Pollenberg. What was this? Saul. Oh, Saul's her husband. Okay, yeah. Saul and Cheryl Pollenberg had gave us $200. Thank you very much. And then Heather Lee. I should have put my glasses on. Camara. Oh, the memorial. So that's a story about a girl who had got killed on an ATV accident years ago. I was very good friends with her parents, and they would do something every year to raise money, and then they would donate it to different organizations. She came by, saw us at Stop and Shop, and gave me a $1,000 check. Start buying turkeys and stuff, and I thought that was amazing, and I love them so much. That was Chris Mattis's wife. So, and then we have scholarship. Oh, that was from the scholarship fund. Yeah, that was $1,000. So yeah, that's everybody on the list right now. But if you want to donate, we're still collecting. We're gonna probably do about 2,500 turkeys. Oh, and I have to mention this guy, John Faze. John Faze, I love you, man. This guy is like, he helps me personally, and he helps the community more than you could even know. I help so many people with food and stuff like that. He's always the one that says, if you don't get anybody, call me, and he donates, and he's like, go shop and sends me money on the Cash App, and we go shopping for people. So John Faze, man, I love you like a brother, and that's for real. I love you so much.
Say, you also been running around like a chicken with your head cut off with the whole snap thing as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so now
This is something I look online. I see he's got the trucking gear. He's going here. He's going there, and you're delivering to help people that are in immediate need with all of the
food. Yeah. So what happened was, a lot of benefits. People didn't get their food stamps and stuff this month, but. So what I did, I put out a post, hey, if you need food, if you're willing to pay for food for someone, let's try to connect the two. And I did. I got a list of people, kept sending me inboxes. Hey, we need food. We're in Kingston. We're in Long Island. We had one of Paula's friends reached out to her and took care of the family down in Long Island, Dover, out in Poughkeepsie, Newburgh, everywhere. And so what we were doing was I just had people that said, hey, I'm willing to help a family this month. Can you send them to me? So I would just screenshot it, send it to them, and then connect the two. And it's been working out. I mean, I want to say at least 100 people that we've been able to connect with other people, and people are stepping up, man. And I mean, it's like makes me feel good for what I do when I see that. That's like, I feel like I'm really making a difference when stuff like that comes together. And it's absolutely awesome.
You're an example of what most of us want to see in the world.
Yeah. So I tell
The
people,
socialism is I don't want to see it with government. I want to see it with people.
with people.
People helping each other, exactly what you're doing.
That's awesome, yeah. But it takes them in order for me to do what I do. Like I need people. That's why I tell people, if you read my post and you feel as though maybe I should do it, maybe I should help out, you have to do it. That is what your calling is. If you see that and you're even thinking about, I should probably call and do it, just all you got to do is just hit the button, call me, message me and say, hey, I want to volunteer. I want to help out. I'm telling you, it will change your entire life. It will change everything about you. It's like, that's how I got my dad said the fever. You know, he said, he's like, I started helping people with him. And then he was like, I was like, man, I went gung ho and started going crazy. And he's like, oh, he looked at Rafin. He's like, he got the fever. You know, he got it. He's going. And it's like, it makes you feel like you're the most, you feel so powerful and so like just energized. Like, oh my God, I'm making such a difference. You go to somebody's house, they have no food. And all of a sudden you see their kids and the kids are crying and she's upset and sad. And you come in with grocery bags and now you know that they're good for, at least for the week, at least for now. I mean, it might not be able to help them forever, but maybe just to get to that next level, the next point where they can start taking care of themselves. So.
Yeah, when I was doing that with your dad, I used to have moments where I was really depressed. And he'd go, come on, let's go. When you start focusing on other people's issues and you're able to help, it definitely changes your mindset.
Changes everything, right? And then you feel good too.
You
You're
feel
like,
good. You don't
it stops everything.
take the focus off yourself and put it on somebody else and doing something good. It just
life isn't that
changes
bad.
everything.
When you start seeing these people in these positions, you're like, you know what? It could be a lot worse, and it could be worse than even they are. There's people that are having even a harder time.
It increases your gratitude.
Right. The one thing that I just wanted to pipe up and say is that you have 100 people. There's probably at least 3 times that out there that need the help. But the funny thing is, it's not funny. Those people are asking for help, and those are people who actually need it. I've heard a lot of people out there disgruntled about this whole thing and saying, "Why don't people get a job?" These people need it. These are not people who are in that kind of position that are just looking for somebody to bring them a handout.
But I think there's just as many people who really want to help and they don't know how to help.
Exactly.
So I think that there's a balance point to it. There's people that need and there's people that want to help. And to be that connective tissue between the two is just, it's very gratifying to be able to do that.
I think this is an appropriate moment to bring up the fact that we have Cristin and Ro here with us. And,
Cristin and Ro.
She piped up and made her. She took.
I call her
control.
the silver fox.
The silver fox.
Yeah, next to Monica, the other silver fox. We got 2 foxes in here tonight.
Are we supposed to howl? It is a full moon.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
That'd be a wolf, right?
It's funny because the segue there was you were talking about the people trying to get them from point A to point B, and they're okay for today. And that's what the title of the show is how to navigate the now.
Yeah.
Navigate
Which
the now.
to me is a really tough place when you spend a lot of time, like I do, in the past and in the future, which creates either depression or anxiety. Mm-hmm. And so I have worked on it all my life. All my life I've been working on this. And I figured we wanted to talk about doing a show on a weekly basis, which we're going to do. So this is also a great time to advertise for us. But we always wanted to do this this coffee with Cristin, I think is what I originally coined it as. And I wanted to go to either Rossi's or to crafted cup. Oh, Rossi's, they have a bombolini. You ever have the bombolini?
love
what happened to
Rossi's.
the rotisserie?
They got the bombolini.
Rossi's had a rotisserie.
No, I'm telling you, I will find rotisseria.
It's not rotisserie.
It's not. That was last night. I wasn't even drunk. I don't get drunk.
No.
But anyway, I wanted to, I wanted to do that show because I think there are a lot of people out there that are looking to find their way in this, especially with the things that are going on now in life. There's, from New York City, everybody's worried about New York City. I'm saying, but for me, I can't keep my eyes on New York City right now.
Yeah, we got to worry about right here, right? I mean, right in front of your face.
I'm big into community. Like if I start looking at global things, I get overwhelmed. I have no control over that.
Right.
But if I see somebody sitting outside of the grocery store with a sign, I can go in that grocery store, get a sandwich, and drop it off on my way out.
Right.
Right? Like that gives me so much peace where worrying about global issues gives me so much anxiety. So like take control of what you can take control of. There's lots of controllables.
I think
like that.
I think for me, it's been feast or famine. So I'll get on a path, and I'll be locked into synchronicity, and I'll be locked into everything that goes with the here and the now, and things will start falling into place. And then I will find myself gearing toward paying attention to those scrolls, those things on the internet, right? And doom scrolling, right? And no matter who you are, I think I don't know as if I've driven by anybody in this day and age. And for the time that I've seen them in my focus, that there's not a time where they go, boop, they're boop.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that everybody does it, but I think almost everybody does it. And I think I'm going to say I've fallen prey to it. And I think it creates a lot of trouble for me. And maybe I'm being a little harsh on that. And maybe it's just an imbalance.
Well, that's the way we're wired. We're actually wired for negativity bias because that's what keeps us safe and surviving. We're always scanning our environment for what could hurt us, what could harm us, what could take us out. It's just absolutely normal. And our brains like to avoid things. It's like, oh, I really should get off the couch and load the dishwasher. Oh, but my phone.
Right. But
We're wired for that. So,
I think
and then we're
wired.
hard on ourselves for it.
We're wired for it, but I think that obviously people have studied this for many years and years and years and know that that's a trigger point for everybody.
Oh, yeah. We got
And
cheap
have-
dopamine everywhere now.
Well, they've
You know,
used it as
one generation ago, they didn't have as much as we have.
right, and they've used it as a tool to create part of that fear, which I think I've fed into a little bit too much at this present moment. Because if you went back 6 months prior to my father dying, I felt pretty solid moving in the right direction. And then I got put in the position where, I'm living at the house. I got to take care of more bills, and there's a little bit more responsibility that I have that I didn't before, even though taking care of my father for 4 years was about as big a responsibility as you possibly could have.
But it took the focus off of you, so it was giving you something back. So.
Right. That's a very good point. Yeah. And I wish I had that
Eerily, like,
focus.
yeah, like somebody needs something, somebody wants to give somebody something, right? It gives you that purpose.
So Frankie just does it because if he didn't, he'd be all nervous. But I think that's a good.
Well,
That's a very
he's
good
a happy
point.
guy, right?
I love it. I
he's
mean-
always smiling.
Yeah.
That's a good point that you
know.
bring up. That you can find yourself in a place where you keep yourself busy, and in a lot of cases, I think I'm keeping myself busy. But what am I keeping myself busy for? And
Or
that-
with.
Yeah, but I mean, I look at it almost as a negative in the sense that, oh man, I'm keeping myself busy. But then, what's the reward after that? Like, I get caught up in that.
Yeah,
And
that's
what's-
dopamine.
It's dopamine. You make things so darn simple.
Yeah, it's dopamine.
All right, our show is off. We solved all the problems of the world.
Dopamine. Is that
Dopamine.
so? What I mean, when you're saying dopamine, it's like what? What is like when you're saying is like a drug or is it a food?
So
or is it-
dopamine is actually manufactured in your body. It's a reward-based chemical. So we have adrenaline and cortisol, which is what we have when we're in fight or flight, right? It's meant to throw our blood to our extremities, keep ourselves safe, either fight or flee, get out of there. It also contributes to freeze, which some of us do. And then you get some opiates because if you freeze, your body wants to prepare to be injured. And this goes way, way, way back. This is something that came with being human. And then on the other side of that, we have our parasympathetic chemicals, which are serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin. I'm missing one.
That's okay. You're not going to get it from me.
Endorphins.
Yeah.
So these are all happy chemicals that increase our mood. And that's when your body can rest, digest, and heal. It's a beautiful thing. But there's cheap dopamine and there's good for you dopamine. There's aligned dopamine, right? You can get dopamine from making a to-do list and checking things off.
I did that today.
Yeah. Every time then you're like, oh, what's the next thing on my list? It's a reward chemical. You go to the gym 5 days in a row, and the sixth day your body's like, let's go to the gym. You're like, yeah, let's go to the gym, because you're utilizing what's going on in your life, and you're creating good chemicals with it. It's very, goal driven. If you have a goal, then you make a plan, and then as you check those things off, right, then the dopamine continues to roll.
I never liked going to the gym.
Yeah, you don't have to like
I
it.
never went there 5 days.
You
7,
talk to
6,
people in the
10
gym, they're like,
days,
I
and
did legs
didn't.
today. It sucked. No, nobody's there because it's like,
They're happy.
woo, this is great. But it's the
never got
endorphins that you get afterwards.
Yeah.
I never got them.
You never got the happy chemical afterwards? No.
That's hilarious.
But we do. We have an internal pharmacy, and we go to, what is a antidepressant? It's a serotonin reuptake inhibitor, right? They're utilizing a medicine drug to manufacture some serotonin, or to take the serotonin that you have and evenly distribute it throughout the day, because you normally have more serotonin at night. So we have this internal pharmacy that nobody's taught us how to tap into.
Where did you learn all this from? Where did you get this information?
So I am a life coach, and I'm a life coach because my life was a dumpster fire. I've received SNAP benefits. I've lived out of my car here and there. When my kids were little, I got divorced and would have to go on Facebook and ask for if anybody had spare forks and sheets. So I lived in a world of depression. I lived in a world of anxiety. I had a lot of, didn't want to leave the house, would fake it when I had to. I homeschooled my kids. I loved the experience. I'm glad I did it, but it was all fear-based. I didn't know that I could choose love energy over fear energy. I didn't know. I just existed. And the more I kept myself in my house, the more things I was afraid of. I was afraid of dust particles. I had a newborn baby, and I would see the dust particles because the sun was coming through the window. And I thought, oh my God, he's going to choke on those dust particles. And I believed it. And, it was not a good place to be. And I remember going to a doctor because I got really, really, really sick. Because if you stay in the negative and you keep the adrenaline, that low level adrenaline going all the time, that low level cortisol, it will eat up parts of your body. It just will. And mine, it ate up my guts. I ended up with ulcerative colitis. And then I was afraid to leave the house because of that. That compounded it. And I finally went to a doctor who saw through my bullshit and said, what is really going on? And he put me through a life coaching course. He said, this is what you need. He said, don't look at the cost of it. Just tell them you want it. Tell them to send it to your house. And it was the beginning of changing everything for me. One of the first lessons was listen to your thoughts. Determine whether or not they're negative. And if they're negative, try to make it slightly more positive. And you literally went around during the day writing it down. If you couldn't recognize negativity in yourself, you would recognize negativity in somebody else. And you would, whatever they said, you would write down something different. And I remember being in the grocery store, and there was a lady behind me, and she was bitching about, these people are so slow and blah, 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 blah. And I felt my shoulders rise up, and I thought, oh God, like, how do I get out of this? And then I thought, ooh, that's a negative thought. Like, I had to really feel it in my body. So I went through a lot in my life that I knew I didn't want to live like that. And I had enough people helping me out, reaching out to me and saying, you don't have to live like this. And then I started to make changes. So I've read a ton of books. I've done a lot of work, opened my own life coaching business 3 years ago, just done a lot of things to figure it out. I thought, this can't be it. This can't be it. And out of that desperation, I feel like I got some divine intervention and some spiritual intervention, and now live a pretty happy life. I'm still a human. I still have all the emotions. I can still get depressed. I can still get anxious. I can still get all those things, but it's in a much better place now.
I think. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
Yeah, so I think the best thing, I mean, what I just heard right there, which was amazing, is, and this is what I always like when I see people that I've helped and then they become the volunteer. Like you said, that now you're a life coach. Now here it is, you needed it, and then you saw what it did for your life and changed who you are. So what better thing to do than to share it to help change somebody else's life?
But
And
it's
that's-
work.
Yeah,
There's no two ways about it.
it's
work,
not easy.
It's work. It's work. You know, when I want to doom scroll, you know, I keep 4 books out on my coffee table. I'm like, you can look at that phone when you've read for 15 minutes.
Right.
Get 10 pages in.
Right. I can tell I'm addicted. And
To her book?
Not to her book.
I haven't written it yet.
I thought.
She slammed me over the head when she found me in her living room one evening. Excuse me, but you can't be addicted to my book at this point. No. It was
Yeah, but it's an easy addiction. It's easy. We want an escape.
Now, do you still have compassion for those who are still left behind? I mean, I know you
I
do.
do. I
but I'm-
do. I have a
yeah.
lot of compassion sometimes to my own
see,
detriment.
because when we were talking before, you had
There you go.
You got it.
put in
Part 2.
part 2 because this has to be in here, and then we're gonna go boom. There we go. Go live. Check. Well, the only thing we can do now is pray. The only thing we can do now is pray. Oh, things were going so good. We
Here we
had
are.
we had so much going.
You guys miss so much.
Hi. We were actually talking about some pretty saucy stuff while the thing went down, and
I think what happens is when you have a powerful message that's going to vibrate really high out there into the universe, the forces sometimes put a wrench in it.
what do you think this was like some kind of covert operation by some kind of government agency trying to shut us down?
Is dopamine the code word?
Dopamine was the code word. No wonder we were talking about dopamine. Dopamine is a secret. Dopamine is a secret.
Talked about
boy.
being addicted to the cell phones and then bam,
Yeah, I don't
over.
want anybody knowing
Don't let
that.
anyone
was
know
what
that.
addiction.
No, we wanted to be.
I love it.
Man, oh man. I don't even know. Listen, we apologize. We're wiped right out. I don't even know. We got 3 viewers that came back, which is good. Hey,
Yeah.
listen, we
Edge of their
apologize
seats.
for any of that.
We're sorry about
But,
that.
and oh, they're picking up. Ladies and gentlemen, we are starting a new show.
Yeah, we're
We
back.
won't keep you for much longer. Listen, we're probably going to go, as
Wait,
as long
I'm
as we
Frank.
can. And you're Frank.
No, I said I'm Frank. You're Frank.
I say I said you're Frank.
Wait,
You're
They
Frank.
can't get
and
this.
you're Frank, and together we are frankly speaking.
Well,
It's
you're
getting
Frank.
better.
I think it's you're Frank. You're Frank and you're Frank, right?
You're Frank and you're
I
Frank.
think I got it.
Or I'm Frank and I'm Frank.
boy.
Yeah, it's got to be you're Frank. You're Frank. All right.
That's all that's going to happen for the rest of this show. And this is what happens when you're in the midst of some kind of calamity. How you rise above the occasion is how you handle yourself.
With humor is always the
And I'm-
best way to do it.
I'm kind of
Stuff
surprised.
happens.
That just goes to
So-
show I'm not completely gone because I was able to get. And I'm
Nothing got
bitching at-
thrown. It was
I'm
amazing.
bitching at Liam. You're going? And I got so passive aggressive with him. I was like, oh, you
Or
have to
aggressive
leave?
aggressive.
Yeah, totally aggressive. Yeah. I never thought about that. There was no passive in that whole thing. It was like
Yeah, my aggressive usually doesn't have much passive with it.
I didn't drop the F-bomb, nor did I give him the old
No, you were pretty focused and you got to business.
It's funny
Just
when,
don't do it.
when we were in Hyde Park.
We're doing it live.
Liam and I were up in Hyde Park.
Are we back on right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Telling a story.
Shit.
And a fellow friend of ours, a drummer, who I don't think he knows to this day that this happened. Just making sure I got everybody. And he is stopped at a light, and I'm stopped at a. He's stopped at a light. We're sitting at the pizza place. He's stopped at a light, and there is a car behind him that pulls up. Of course, the light turns green, and the guy behind him beeps, and he goes, and he uses the expletives, you. And that's exactly what he sounded like. And I said, look, Liam, I said, the guy sounds like a Doppler effect. You don't even have to pronounce the words in order to understand what he said. So now, from now on, I just go, We were talking about dopamine. Man, when do you see that?
I don't even know where we're headed with this. I feel like we are off the chains.
I think we had this.
All right.
And then all of a sudden we didn't.
Well,
Yeah.
somebody said something about the. There was a comment up there, and she was talking about how the kind of life that you've had affects you physically.
Oh, absolutely. 80% of autoimmune diseases are in women.
Yeah, that's what she was talking about.
Yeah.
Autoimmune.
Yeah, and you have your DNA, and then you have your epigenetics, right? You have what you're given. There's plenty. There's too many women, with breast cancer, and there's lots of genes associated with it. But when you look at the genes, only 50% of the women who have the BRCA2 gene get breast cancer. So, what did the 50% that didn't get it do? Like, that's what I want to know. And I guarantee they were probably living a life less based in fear and more based in love and service and honesty.
Givers.
Givers,
usually.
yeah.
To their
Because
fault.
when you're constantly in fear, again, the adrenaline, cortisol are dumping, and they're going to affect your body in a negative way when it's chronic.
So then it's a perfect storm. You've got some pharmaceuticals that probably contribute. You've got the mind, which is contributing to part of this, and then
Absolutely.
you've got the body, which is now responding to what the mind is putting out.
Yeah. I mean, watch the news, right? And you're going to feel fear.
That's an area I've gotten away from totally.
Yeah, I don't.
We
I
have-
started a news fast many after September 11th. I started a news fast, and I thought, oh no, people are going to think I'm an idiot, I'm a moron, I'm not up to date on what's going on. But greatest piece ever. I don't watch the news.
I haven't seen the
here.
news in ages. When I happened to be around your house, which was probably around like 2010, 11,
12, 13.
12, 13. So it's been that's as long. She
Yeah, I
didn't,
haven't
she didn't
had
have
a
a TV
TV.
going. I didn't need the TV. I watch some sports occasionally, like a Super Bowl or this or that, a little bit of football, a little bit of basketball back when Michael Jordan was still playing the game. Of course, he wasn't playing in 2013, was he?
No.
Well, they call it programming for a reason.
Yeah.
That was an alternate reality.
I think I learned about. Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
No, go.
I was gonna say no.
like
I
what
think
you
I learned about the news when COVID, honestly, because I started thinking about it. I was like, if I never watched the news, you wouldn't even know what was going on. But all of a sudden, the news became our resource for everything. And when did that happen?
Oh yeah, it's a 24-hour news cycle.
All the time. And then so we're supposed to put our trust in this because it's the only resource we have that's supposed to be like facts and reality and what's going on. But it's paid propaganda, most of it, from what I've seen. I mean, most of the stuff that I've seen about all of it with COVID was a big example of it. But after that, I was like, what the heck? When my sister had COVID, Yvonne, she had COVID. I was like, because I saw the news, I'm like, oh my God, Yvonne, you got to get to the hospital. I'm ready to go down there and steal a ventilator and
Yeah.
put her on it.
Right.
And
luck.
the doctor
thank
told
God
her,
you did.
stay home, don't do it. And thank God I did because everybody they put on a ventilator died.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what in the hell is
But
going
it
on here?
goes back, really far. I remember having a conversation with a client once, and he was so upset, and he was talking about, I think it was his grandmother, and he was like, I can't believe my grandmother's a racist. And I was like, I'm cutting your hair. Like, what are we doing here? Because that's my primary job as hairdresser. And he started to talk about his grandmother and how they got into a conversation about if she was walking down the street and there was a man walking down, the same street in the opposite direction, what would she do? And then he went as far as to say, well, if it was a black man, what would you do? And she said, well, I would be afraid. And he was like, that's terrible. You can't feel that way. And I said to him, do me a favor. The next time you're home, I want you to watch the 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock news. I want you to put a piece of paper in front of you and a pencil. And every time they say, dark-skinned black man committed this crime, light-skinned black man committed this crime, we're looking for a criminal that's this tall, this color, blah, blah, blah. Just put a tally mark down. Now multiply that by however many days your grandmother's been alive that she's had a TV in front of her. She's been conditioned
She's been programmed.
to be afraid of that because she's subconsciously taking that in every day of her life.
Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing the impact.
There's so much division in the news, and there's so much fear in the news. And those are two things that don't help us as humans.
That's what I loved about Morgan Freeman. If you ever listen to Morgan Freeman, you can just YouTube him. And he says, the reason why we have so much racism is because we keep talking about it.
Yes.
We keep bringing up, we keep involving it with every conversation, with everything, no matter what happens. And I'm like, here it is. I'm black and white. My mother's white. My father's black. I grew up in both situations. I grew up around a lot of black people, around a lot of white people. And I've seen racism on both sides. I mean, I graduated from Spack and Kill, which was a predominantly white school. There was like 6 black kids in the school, which I was one of them. And I remember feeling like I didn't really feel like there was a lot of racism, but there was a little bit. There's a few people where I felt it, but definitely not like there was advertised in the news. And I'm like, 95% of my friends were white. So I'm like, come on with this bull crap, man. I mean, it was like a bunch of baloney. Now, I have some white friends that make racial jokes and stuff like that. But these are the same guys that invite me to their home, invite me to their kids' weddings.
Write you big fat checks.
Yeah, write me big checks. I mean, like, they love me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like,
And they love what you do
for
everyone.
For everyone. It doesn't, they don't ask where the money's going or who it's, if it's black, white, Russian, Spanish, or whatever the hell it is. I threw Russian in there because I'm half Russian.
And yet I'm well aware of the fact.
My Croatian friends.
You know, if I as a white woman sit on my porch in the town of Poughkeepsie and, you know, polish my shotgun and the cops drive by, I can wave and I'm probably fine. I know that other people in other areas of other denominations and other, you know, male, female, whatever, are not going to have the same time that I would have.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, I don't think they can be polishing their shotgun on their front porch.
Because they're programmed to think that
polishing your
that's
shotgun.
negative and this is positive, right? I mean, it's a really bad vicious cycle that I think we go through, and racism has gone to a whole nother level. I mean,
Well, and TV just messes with our life experience.
I
It
got
just
questions.
Is. Oh,
all right,
questions.
we
I
got
got
some.
questions. I got questions because this is
Not the
why. I mean, I've always asked this question: why do we always talk about it almost as if we're not party to it? Well, that's the way it is. As if, okay, so we can't do anything about it, or we go back to watching the TV the next night. And I know you can say you don't, and then I know you don't, and we don't. And then I hear people all the time talk about, you know, oh, yeah, that's crazy. This is that. And I say, well, but you didn't do anything in order to change that. Right. You know, I talked about the doom scrolling tonight because I know that I need to make some changes now. I got to get more exercise. I got to stop that. I got to go back to creating more music. And that's how I alter that whole process. But let me just say, you know, why don't you tell me what is it about people that they can't
because they don't recognize that it's taken over them. They don't recognize that the way they feel is, you know, their moods or the way they react to people, the negative self-talk or negative talk to anyone is directly affected by what you watch and what your life experience is. If you're watching anything that makes you feel, check your body. That's what I tell everybody with every experience. Check your body and see how you feel. Is this thing making you feel angry? Is it making you feel anxious? Is your stomach feeling like you want to punch somebody? Turn it off because it's affecting you negatively. It's not. It doesn't benefit you at all.
So then we're a group of people that are somewhere in the middle, I would think. But this other group, and that's the problem I have with it, is because there's a group of, we'll call them conservatives, and there's a group of, let's say, more liberal or progressive, and you know they want to label Democrat, Republican, and all this. But there's a group of people out here that are doing that hand wringing and, you know, things are the way they are and we can't stand it. And then there's this group in the middle that knows why it's like it is. But then there's the fringe in the middle that kind of has that, well, there's nothing we can do about it.
There's always something you can do about it. You always have two choices.
You do.
Accept it or change you.
Well,
And if you feel like when you watch the news that you're getting riled up and you're turn it off.
well, that's our message, right? That's our message.
Take a breath. Walk away for 5 minutes. See how you feel after.
And most of the news is not even news anymore. It's just commentary. It's opinion. It's not really what's really happening out there.
So I guess the point I was trying to get at was to get somebody to come, around and behind me. Well, not
Not the proctologist.
Going there again.
Of course,
Wait,
but
do you feel anything, Frank? It's only going to hurt for the first couple strokes here. I promise it's going to get better.
Oh, Lord.
I promise it's gonna get better.
It's going to be all right.
But there's as much as you say it's not as easy as you say it is.
Yeah, no, it's not easy.
It's simple. It's not easy, right?
It's a conscious
But-
effort.
Yes,
there's-
conscious. Big word there. 95% of what we do is subconscious or unconscious.
Right. So when you have this, we fall into like this awaken aware group that understands that that's an Achilles heel if we fall prey to that. But then you have groups on the outside that the media and a number of other factions have controlled to the point where they're still not out of it. But I see this. These people are saying the same thing about these people, and these people are saying the same thing about these people.
And meanwhile,
all the
those
same catchphrases.
Those people both want the same exact things.
And they're all
They're
in the
made to
grocery store
believe-
at the same
Right.
time.
Right.
And it's not imploding. Oh
Right.
my God.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Like live your life through experiences. Like you can listen to the news and go, oh my God, the world's a horrible, scary place. And then you go out in the world and not so bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So,
Exactly.
that's the thing. Like we have these beliefs. If we don't watch the news, we're going to be morons. We can't have an intelligent conversation. Well, 3 out of the 4 of us just admitted that we don't watch the news. And I think we're doing all right.
Mm-hmm.
Like hopefully somebody learns something about dopamine. Like challenge your belief. Is that true that if you don't watch the news that you won't be informed? Well, I don't know about the information that they're putting out, but most of it I don't want. And if I see a Big Mac commercial, I'm going to want a Big Mac, and they don't taste as good as they look on that screen.
Right.
So like
They're not
take
that
the
big
commercial,
either.
take the news, they're the same, like
I love it. I really
Yeah,
do.
I used to go get a Big Mac. And
not like the
don't even-
picture.
no,
I don't
it
think
never
that's where she
like-
was
No, I know. I just figured
with the
Brought a Big
Thousand
Mac
Island
to my
dressing.
proctologist. Yeah, it's been
I
a
just
good
had
night.
something really good at Juan Murphy's. I just had a wrap the other
Love
day, and
Juan's.
it had the Thousand Island dressing. And I said, "Man, it reminded me of a Big Mac." It was
Right.
the burger
But
thing,
much better.
Burgerito though. I think they
That's
called
much
it.
better.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
it was so good. It was really.
And
good.
where was that?
At Juan Murphy's, right?
Ron the Murphys.
Leah.
Leah.
Everybody
Gotta
knows
love
Leah.
Leah.
Yeah,
Oh, I
we
love Leah and the way she pours her tequila
You
shots.
I was gonna say she gets around, but that's not.
Oh,
really that
geez.
appropriate.
No, and she's a proud
Leah's
supporter
amazing.
of the Vet to Vet Project concert
And that's
series.
where I'm going with this, and that's where I don't think we.
Oh, she is.
Yeah, we want
Yes,
to hear
she
about
I
is.
love that. I
Yeah.
love that. She actually
She's
helps
a-
us too.
She's a supporter, but that's where I was going with my, cheeky comment, and that's a thing that
That she gets
you've been-
around.
No, well, that she does, and that she's doing something
Helping
while
people.
she's
She gets
there.
around.
Very,
helping
very
people, correct.
community
Yeah, yeah.
orientated.
Oh, she's amazing.
Well,
Just
no,
like
I
Jason
wasn't talking
Patrick's
about
very
Leah.
community
No,
oriented.
let's make this clear. That had nothing to do with Leah. I was actually talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
Cristin. And-
We
and-
know that fantasy you've been having.
Oh, God. And the reason I was talking about that was because you do a lot of the vet to vet as well,
Yes.
and that's where we wanted to
And
go.
she
with
gets
it.
Yeah.
around doing that.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Wait, you get around to all the vets? Is that why they have
Not all.
PSD?
Not all.
They saw Cristin coming.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, no, I started volunteering probably 3 or 4 years ago. I started with Hope on a Mission, who I absolutely love, Cara Mia.
Cara Mia, we
Yes,
love her.
I still go out like Christmas Eve time, and people are always dropping off clothes to me to get them to her. Loved her, and then I worked with the animal shelter. Oh my God, the name just went out of my head. HVARS, Hudson Valley Animal Rescue. And then I fell in love with one of their dogs, and they let me take him home, so I haven't been back much. But they're also an amazing organization. And then Vet to Vet, I started I wanted to do something for the veterans. Nobody in my family served. I have a grandfather who served, but he was not around in my family, so I don't consider him part of the family. But when I was a kid, I wanted to go to West Point. I remember saying something to my grandfather, and he was like,
You love the man in uniform.
That's not us. Yeah, right. And so I never did it. And then when I started volunteering, I reached out to Sue Serino's office and I said, "Hey, what do you do with the veterans?" And she said, "Oh, we do these pasta dinners." I was like, "Oh, I have service experience. I'll come help you." And I did that, and I got to meet some of the vet-to-vet people. And then Dave Laffin, 5 years ago, started through the Shamrock Association.
I love Dave.
Yeah, he started doing his own concerts because he had an experience with former students that came, he saw them and he asked them about their experience. And they were very upset that there had been a withdrawal from areas that they had served in. And they said, what did we do it for? And so Dave decided to start doing concerts out of the Shamrock Club. He was basically a solo artist, but other people would join him. And he decided to do 11 weeks out of the year to raise funds to bring out to Vet. And then his second year, I actually caught the end of it on Facebook, and I reached out to him. I said, "I don't know you, you don't know me, but I would love to help because Vet is peers. It's all veterans that work there except for the receptionist." And so I knew I couldn't get in there because I wasn't a veteran. So I was like, "Oh, what are you doing, Dave?" And then he got sick. I mean, like everything that could happen to a human being in the course of a year, poor Dave went through. And so the Shamrock Association picked it up. Al Nowak came in and said, "Hey, I'll help you with this." And I met Al for the first time, and we became fast friends. And so we started, asking local bands, "Hey, if you're playing out during this 11 weeks, can we come and put a bucket out and collect? We'll come, we'll say a couple words, we'll let people know what it's about." And it took off like wildfire. It's become an amazing movement. We have so many bands involved, so many local venues involved. We help promote for them. We're in Dutchess and Ulster County. So for 11 weeks, there's some nights where we are 5-6 locations running around with a bucket, making a little speech, asking people to give to our local veterans. Because the Vet-to-Vet One Stop is an amazing place. It's awesome. It's open, 5 days a week for our veterans. There's a food pantry in there because we do have homeless veterans in Dutchess and Ulster County.
That's horrible.
It's horrible. They have some clothing. They have like a game room. They have a gym. They have a music program. They have programs that come in. They actually have a hyperbaric chamber that the veterans can use. They have housing assistance. They have mental health assistance, whether it's peer or professional. Job assistance, housing assistance, all kinds of programs for the vets, services that they didn't even know that they can get. It's just an amazing place that we have right here in Pleasant Valley in Dutchess County.
I would love to donate my time doing, I have a PTSD modality that I do
That's awesome.
with essential oils. I would love to do that for
Yeah.
them.
They get funding through MHA, Mental Health America, which is great, but it only covers about 3/4 of their year. There's a quarter that they're shy. And the funds that we've been raising have been helping float them for the things that they can do. Because if a veteran's in crisis, a veteran comes in, they don't have any fuel in their tank, there's no grant for that. So that comes out of extra money. And there's constant crisis. The average veteran suicide is 22 a day in this country.
That's wild.
Our Vet-to-Vet, with the services that they provide to their enrollees, they have zero.
That's awesome.
So the work that they're doing is
It's definitely helping.
absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
And to get more vets in that building, because veterans, they have their own language. They have they've been through experiences that you and I can't understand.
Never understand.
We all know what's the first rule: thou shalt not kill. And these are people who signed on the dotted line saying, "I will kill to protect this country."
Yeah.
Not just me.
It takes a special
this
kind
country.
of person to be that. Yeah.
100%. And to know that there are things that they need that they are too humble to ask for, but they have a special building where they can walk in and talk to their peers and get the things that they need.
Yeah, here these
Why
guys are
wouldn't
out
I do it?
giving their, sacrificing, literally putting their lives on the front line.
Their mental health, their limbs, they've sacrificed everything.
Yeah, it takes a special kind of person. I don't think a lot of people understand that. If you've never been in the military or a police officer or anywhere where you're in the line of fire, I think it's hard to even understand. These people are actually sacrificing or putting themselves in the line of fire for people they don't even know.
Yep.
for you, your family, just to keep you safe. And even if you don't believe in the military or the government or wars or anything like that, you have to understand it's like these people are out there literally giving their lives up for you to be able to live the life that you live.
Yeah,
And
because freedom
that's-
is invisible.
It's a special, yeah. And like I say, it's like I've never been a big fan of, you know, going to war and killing people and stuff like that. But I also understand is like sometimes there's people in power that can make situations where you really have no choice other than to stand up for yourself. And here these guys are saying, hey, put me first.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna die before I'm gonna let all these people behind me die. And
Yeah.
that's
And
special kind of
every
person.
veteran that I've talked to has lost somebody to suicide. I was out 2 weekends ago. I had a mom come up to me whose son committed suicide as a veteran, and I had another woman come up to me and her husband committed suicide as a veteran. That's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me going.
Wow.
Are they getting any services with the government shutdown? Do you know?
That I don't know. I know vet-to-vet offices are open, but I don't know if their funding has
It's
been
out of
affected.
44,
VA.
right?
Yeah,
The
right
vet to
out of
vet.
44. Yep, right in Pleasant Valley.
Who runs that? Adam? Or?
So yeah, Adam, Alyssa,
Yeah.
Victor.
Yeah, I see Adam every once in a while. It's been a while since I've seen him, but I love it. Once I saw that building, I said, "Man, you're actually making a difference." And
Yeah,
it's
go
really
out
cool.
and anybody you can go visit it. You know, you can't get the services unless you're a veteran. But every year I go, okay, show me where you put the money. And this year she showed me, you know, the freezers that they have outside. They have freezers and refrigerators because they have a grocery store that they work with for already prepared meals, so that they're there for the veterans. I mean,
That's really cool that people sacrifice or like give their
there's
time and
national
money.
organizations that you can donate to, right?
Yeah.
And then you find out that 10% of the money actually went to the veterans.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
This
Yeah,
is right here. Every dollar stays right here.
that's what I love, and that's why they're able to help so many people.
Absolutely.
That's why I tell people the same thing. Like with a nonprofit, I think it's like you got to spend like 15% towards the actual cause, and the other 85% you can use towards like administration costs and running your operation. And that's why I said it's like people are like, "How do you do so much?" I'm like, "Well, because if you give me $1,000, I literally spend the whole $1,000 on buying turkeys. So like we're able to do a lot more." And I'm not knocking nonprofits. I understand it. Their
me either.
people they do it as a job. You
Right,
know?
that 15%, right,
Yeah, it's
is
a lot.
millions,
Yeah,
right?
it's millions. Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely a good thing. So I don't want people to, because I used to hear people all the time when they want to give me clothes, they're like, "Oh, we don't want to give it to Salvation Army because they sell it." I was like, understand, they sell it, but they also provide a lot of services for people. They give people jobs, they feed them every day. So it's like
There's a line around that building every time I drive past it.
always. So
Yeah.
I'm like, it's just like, I am different, you know, just like Vet to Vet is probably different than what they do. But you have to understand is like a lot of these places, they do it as a job and they, you know, like, so they don't have any other source of income. I just happen to have my own job, so I don't need to take money from it. But if I didn't have a job, if I did it just full time and did nothing else, I would need to survive still. I still have to pay for my electric bill, my, you know, like my food, my family, stuff like that. So I get it. So I don't want to ever people to say, "Oh, well, they take too much money." I get it. Now, does a CEO of the Red Cross need to make, you know, $700,000 a year or whatever the number is? I don't think so, but you know, I'm not.
Yeah, and maybe they're donating back to something else.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. We don't know all of the
Right.
story, the scoop. So I'm never going to tell you not to donate to any organization. I would just say is like, if you keep it local, you know it's going right here. You know?
Absolutely.
That's all. Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I was. It seemed like you were coming in, so I didn't want to.
Nah,
He's waiting for that coffee to
excuse
kick
me.
in.
It's
Nah,
kicking.
I'm at a loss of words. I think when we got to certain parts in this conversation, I have a place in my heart for the vets, and there's mixed feelings about that. There's no mixed feelings about vets. I have none. I feel
Grateful.
a lot of compassion. I feel a lot of compassion, but I'm not getting on a patriotic bandwagon.
Well,
And
it's funny.
I mean,
Most of the
I hate to say this. I mean, and of course I'll come out outspoken, but there's a part of that that really enrages me, and that's the part that I think because there's been situations where people have gotten put into situations where they never should have been there, and there's
Yeah.
people, and then when they come back, the same people that were in bars, Roger Waters, 3,000 miles away, cheering him on. And meanwhile, they're sick, the people that are involved in that are sick of the mess they find on their desert stage and the bravery of these people back home being out of range. And then when they get back, who is there?
Yeah.
And it's almost like, no, at what point do we, and this is kind of what I was saying earlier, where do we get to the point where you step in? Frankie's doing it, you do it, we do as much as we can. We've got our own show that we're trying to, keep up. And I'm not talking about a podcast. I'm talking about our life, our, circus. And for me, you try to do what you can, but at the same time, there's a lot of people out there that it enrages me to see that they have so much more and could do so much more. But I can't control that. But at the same time, it's long overdue that people who have the capabilities actually step up and do something. It almost seems like, and then for people just to say, well, that's the way it is.
Well, yeah.
Just frost my rear end.
Was it Billie Eilish just had that? She was, I don't know, accepting an award or something. I don't watch the news, so I only saw a blip of it where she talked about, she gave a whole bunch of money from record sales or something to some charitable organization. And she said, all right, billionaires, it's your turn, for
Right.
you to step up.
Right.
And yeah, I think that would be awesome. But, I'm sure Frankie can attest to this. When you work with people who don't have a lot, right? And you, like when I've done Hope on a Mission, I cry every time I go and I say, thank you, God, that that's not me today, right? There's mental illness, there's drug addiction, there's lots of stuff. Thank you, God, that that's not me. And thank you, God, that I have what I have to make some grilled cheese for some people on the street and smile at them and let them know that there is the energy of love in this world, right? It's pretty cool. And then, but you do have people who come through the line who get angry, right? That they don't have, and you're supposed to provide it for them, right? And it's hard to go through that, especially if you go in there with the perspective of they should be grateful to me, they should say thank you to me. And I've seen it, in volunteering. The first time I did it, I thought, oh, these people are going to be so grateful. They're going to be so happy that we're here.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That is
Worst
not,
mentality.
That is not the perspective to go in with.
Yeah.
But yeah, people can get angry about situations that they're in, for sure.
One of the things I always tell all the volunteers when they come up, especially when we're handing out food, is don't expect a thank you. Yeah. Even like say when we go to houses and we hand out Christmas presents and we go there, people have told me that they open the door up, take the bag and slam it in their face.
Yeah.
And they're like,
why do you think that is?
Well, I could tell you, it's like our expectation, right? So we're thinking we're bringing joy, we're bringing happiness, we're buying presents, we're taking our time, wrapping all these things up, getting what the kids love. But then we're showing up into this situation where we don't know everything that's going on there, right? Yeah. So like they might be embarrassed.
Exactly.
That's
what I was hoping you were going to say.
Yeah. So they might be embarrassed. They might have their pride. And not only that, it's like they might, nobody wants to be the poor, broke person. I mean, and we don't ever want anyone to feel that way. So I tell people all the time, I was like, listen, I know it's hard because you want the gratification. When you do stuff like we do, right, you want to feel good about it, right? Yeah. And like you do it and you're like, oh my God. Like right before we got here, we went and bought somebody some food and dropped off a bag and they were super excited. And it's like, oh man, like that felt so amazing. Yeah. It felt good. But like, what if I give her the bag and she's just like, doesn't even say thank you, just takes it and runs inside. You're like, what the hell was that about?
Yeah, but
but you have to be understanding. It's like a lot of times people are in these situations because they don't know how to talk to people.
Exactly.
They don't know how to say thank you and please. I mean, I was brought up with a father that if I didn't say please or thank you, I would have his toes up my rear end coming out of the throat going la 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 la. So I knew I had to do that. Not everybody's given those opportunities. So what I always tell a lot of people is like, the most important thing you can do is not only give them something, but teach them, talk to them, say, hey, listen, I tell people all the time, like, listen, what you could do is when you come up and somebody's offering or helping you, say, please, say thank you. It's okay. It's like, it makes people feel like they want to give even more. I have these, like these donors and stuff like that. Like I pick up the checks. I try to go out of my way to make sure I tell them, hey, listen, I really appreciate what you just did. You know, somebody gave, you know, Andrew O'Grady, he just gave me a check, $2,500, you know, like, and I'm like, hey man, I love you, man. I appreciate what you did for
Because
me.
you know how far that'll go.
I know how far I know how far to go, and I know how many people it help, and I know that that one family that is like in desperate need of what we're giving them is like how they're going to be on Thanksgiving Day now, and they're going to be able to sit down and have a meal with their family that they weren't going to have anything.
Yeah. Well, just again, back to the whole fear thing, right? If somebody's living in fear, they have some chemicals going through their body that they're going to fight or they're going to flee or they're going to freeze or they're going to fawn. They're going to do whatever their nervous system does in that situation. And some people will fight you when they're afraid. That's just the nature of the beast. And imagine living like that all the time. You don't know where your next meal is coming from. You don't know if there's going to be heat in your home. You're essentially, I don't want to offend anybody when I say this, but you're a feral animal. You're a shelter puppy, right? You got the shelter puppy that'll bite you. You got the shelter puppy that'll be shuddering in the corner. And when somebody doesn't have their basic needs being met, have some compassion.
Or they've been traumatized in their life,
Absolutely,
repetitively, and that has put them in that position too.
Yeah, and I also believe, personal excellence is the ultimate rebellion. It's the ultimate freedom. Discipline is freedom. I believe that too. But if somebody's never witnessed it, it's really hard to know that
Right.
that's a thing that can happen.
Well, that's kind of what I was saying a little bit earlier, and that's part of the scenario where, if you're the fish that's lived in that water all that time, and you say, well, you have a choice, sometimes people can't see that choice at all, and that's the part. And so when you're a vet that's come back from an absolutely horrendous situation, and that person is, they could make a choice, but they can't because their brain has neurochemistry is a funky thing, and I wouldn't want to be put in that position at all. So
And not having the support that they deserve.
yeah, the safety.
You feel abandoned,
the safety.
I guess, you know,
right.
when you come
Well,
back and you don't have that.
I would tend to think that in a lot of cases, there's probably a feeling of abandonment in that whole thing after they kind of get an idea of we went there for X, we came back, and now nobody's
Nobody's here for us.
There for us.
Nobody's appreciating it.
What is, and that these are the kinds of things that unfortunately keep me, I think, more in that zone where I have the compassion for people, and I wear a little bit too much of that in my heart, and it hurts. And so for me, it's I don't have an outlet, and I'm learning as I go along. 62 years.
Cristin, Stephanie wants to have something like the vet to vet in her area. Do you recommend how she could start doing that, or?
So MHA is the sponsor for Vet to Vet. There are more than one Vet to Vet. They're throughout the country, actually. So she can reach out to maybe Mental Health America and see if there's one close to her, because it does kind of go county by county.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't work for them, so I'm not familiar with where all of their locations are. I just run around with a bucket, get money in it, and bring it to them on Veterans Day.
I thought you would have some information about it.
Yeah,
since you're
no.
so close to that.
No, but we can look something up.
So something you had said that is like sticking with me a little bit, and I just was talking about this the other day, is when you're concerned about worrying about what you have to eat for the day. Like if your worries are like, oh my God, what am I going to eat? Or how am I going to pay my rent? How am I going to pay my electric bill? How do you become creative? Like, how do you like have any time for yourself to like think about life? And if you're struggling to like, oh my God, how am I going to feed my children today?
Yeah.
And I explained that to Bridget, like how we, in our relationship and stuff like that. It says, before she met me, like a lot of her music was a little harder, a little like more, just a little different than what it is now. And then, once we got together and she was able to be here and stay home and take care of the baby and like take the time to be creative, she didn't have to worry about making her car payment or making her, her insurance payment or worry about like food. all of a sudden now, like you look at her last couple songs and it's like, holy cow, like this is the artist you are. You know, when you
Well, yeah, I got to jump in on that one because I think the experience that she had then may have been that part of that creative spark at that particular time.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to take anything away from that.
Oh
but
yeah,
I know
no,
where you're going
and I've
with
heard
this.
some of her songs that are really good back then. A lot of, but
I
a
get
lot of
where
it
you're coming
is
from.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just my
change in heart, a change in mental.
Yeah, safety.
the safety net. Yeah. So like, because my father had taught me that, right? So and it's like he made me feel secure in that. I was stressed out. You know, like when my father was still alive, I remember certain times it was financial problems and this and that. He's like, hey, come on down, and he'd help me and be like, you know, here, just take this, go pay what you got to pay. He's like, now you can concentrate on making money. Now you can concentrate on taking care of your family. And it was like such a stress relief. And I mean, sometimes it was like small dollar amounts, but I'm so stressed out. Like, oh my God, Dad, I got to really pay this. I got to, you know, I'm like, oh my God, at the end of the world. And he's like, here, just go take care of it. And then I'm like, oh, now I can breathe again. Now I'm like, you know, I enjoy throwing the Frisbee with my kid. I enjoy going to the park. I'm like,
And
you
no
know,
wonder you do what you do.
and do what yeah, because I want to give that to people. I'm like, hey, listen, I tell people all the time, we're going to deliver food to people that probably could afford to pay for their dinner or maybe be able to get it that night. But imagine if all of a sudden they didn't have to worry about dinner tonight and they can go outside and throw a football with their kid. Or they can, you know, maybe go to the movies and spend the $40
homework with them.
that did, yeah, or do homework with them or something positive. I mean, I never really did homework, so I couldn't. I'd wait till first thing in the morning and copy off Kenny English. That was
Kenny English.
Yeah, that's actually his real name. In
Was it an English class?
No. But he was in a lot of my classes. I always had him sit right in front of me so I could just do the old little okey doke around him.
You borrowed his answers in algebra.
I
from
just
Kenny
borrowed
English.
them. Yeah, that was the one thing I was really good at was math. I mean, I was like, I couldn't.
Yeah,
like,
you're good with the numbers.
I'm good with numbers. Yeah,
Counting
but everything
cards.
else, yeah, counting cards, social studies, science, not so much, but we're working on it. I mean, science with the vaccines, I've gotten better.
Well, yeah, that's the safety thing is a lot of brain science, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, when you don't feel safe, you're going to go into your emotional brain
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to your rational brain. And, you know, internal family systems is a form of therapy where there's 8 C's that we all innately possess. So it's creativity, curiosity, courage, confidence, clarity, calm, compassion, and connection. And so we innately have all of those, but when we go emotional, we don't feel them. We don't know that they're there. We're not being rational at all. So when you don't feel safe, when you don't know where your next meal is coming from, when you don't know if you're going to have heat in your house, you don't know if the rent's going to get paid, you are emotional. You are freaking out. It's very hard to be rational. It's very hard to be creative. It's not impossible, but it's very hard. And most of us have just never been taught the skills. A lot of it is when you're feeling, totally wired and totally emotional, ask yourself an open-ended question. Is this true? Is this real? You know, what is one thing I can do to put me in the right direction? You know, that might be making a phone call saying, hey, Frank, I don't have food. Right? But sometimes when you're ramped up, you don't, again, you're in your subconscious, you don't realize that if you slow down, took a breath, and asked yourself a question, you might open yourself to some creativity, some curiosity, some courage. Maybe I'll go ask that person if they have extra. Maybe I'll go ask my neighbor if they have extra. Maybe I'll look to see what services are available to me. Because there are a lot of services out there, but you know, when you're in such a deficit, you don't even know where to look. You know, I lived in Ulster County, all the services were in Kingston. So somebody who didn't have anything that lived in Highland, how the hell were they supposed to get to Kingston to even apply for the services? You know?
Yeah.
I think that this show covered like a lot of the, not so much where you've been, but you did talk, I think at length about that initially. I think that we have to do another show where we talk about some mechanisms. I mean, we talked a little bit about that. You ran through the 8 C's like it was, you know, going out of style there.
Bang, 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 bang.
But I think that this is a valuable lesson that people can take with them. And I know that Monica's given me so many things in the toolbox to try and utilize the skills, utilize my own skills. You know, I sometimes I get tired of people saying, "Oh, you're so creative," and it's like, yeah, I know, but I feel like shit. You know, I'm in a quandary because of that. Yeah, you wanted brain power, you got brain power, but now you have to corral it somehow, and that's not always the easiest thing. So I think that the toolbox has kept me over the past 12 years on the face of the earth. Because there's been some times where I just thought it was, you know, I don't
That's the
think I've
connection
ever
piece.
been at the point where I would have thought that, you know, suicide was a thing. But there probably were some times where I could have made some errors in judgment that could have led to a mistake that put me in the grave. And I think that, you know, I got a pretty cushy life, I think, too, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I haven't been faced with some really serious issues that I've seen some people have to face. But I mean, there's still, everybody's got a threshold.
Yeah.
I'm not a wuss for that because I have a certain amount of what I have.
Yeah.
You
You're
know,
absolutely right.
Here we go. I'm gonna start getting into this and them and those.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea to
But I
bring
think-
up tools and.
I think we should do. I think we should do a show that maybe isn't too far down the road that kind of piggybacks on this show that says, okay, so now you're the life coach. If you need to get in touch with Cristin Ann Rowe, she's on Facebook. Is there any other way that you if you wanted people to inquire?
I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. You can definitely message me through there. My phone number, I can give my phone number. It's 914-456-1557. I also have an exercise program that we do a mindset and movement class. So there's lots of ways to get a hold of me.
Did you have a?
I feel like
book
Tinder
club?
just binged when you put your phone number.
I'm not on Tinder.
Oh boy! Now I forgot what I was going to say.
I'm sorry, Frank.
Book
I couldn't-
No, it
club,
wasn't nearly that
club,
important.
Book club.
Oh, yes.
Book club, thank
Book
you,
club,
Monica.
yes. I have Boundaries Book Club.
Right.
It's a free service once a month. Yeah,
Right.
that I do on Zoom, but I post it on Facebook.
So how does that work?
So my control freak side says that Boundaries Book Club, I read the book. You don't even have to own the book.
Oh.
We read a few pages from the book. We read a few pages from the workbook, and we talk about boundaries and how resentments are the gateways to making
So
boundaries.
you have everybody's on the show that signed up. Is that my understanding? Like you do a Zoom
Yeah,
call,
it's through Zoom, so
and
anybody
then
can
you
be
have
there.
this workshop, and people are all
Yeah.
there.
we
Oh,
do
man,
a
that's pretty
central
cool.
nervous system calming first,
Okay.
so that people know what calm feels like in their body. Then we read a few pages. We talk about life experiences. People can talk or not talk. It's not required.
Right.
And we read some questions from the workbook, and you start to like make parallels in your life to your childhood, and maybe you didn't have to have boundaries, or your parents didn't have boundaries with you. So it kind of comes full circle, and we chit chat, and it's 1 hour. It's the first Sunday of the month at 10 a.m.
Yeah, and you do ancestral clearing. Since you brought up childhood, why don't you just talk a little bit about how ancestral clearing has helped? I mean, I talk about my own experience was great, but the process.
The process is a sensation in your body. Your body is holding the emotion of a trauma, or it could be a trauma for a child, which isn't really a trauma in an adult's eyes, but your body holds it. It holds that. So it's one-on-one, and sometimes I've done groups with ancestral clearing. But it's one-on-one, and we work with the sensations in your body and your body's intelligence, and it'll guide you to clearing it, and we clear it.
Unraveling previous belief systems that you've attached yourself to in your life because you weren't really, at the time, you weren't allowed to make that decision for yourself. And as
Right.
you go back and look at it, you had the opportunity to see it for what it really was. Is that pretty much...
Right. And the other thing, which is fascinating with this technique, is that your ancestors may have experienced trauma, and that is in your DNA. You're holding that in your DNA. If your behavior is a certain way, and you think to yourself, why am I behaving this way? I've never, had trauma or whatever. But it's because you're carrying your grandmother's trauma, or your mother's trauma. So we work on that part, and you're holding it onto in your body as well. So,
Well, even when somebody has like an organ transplant, all of a sudden they'll crave the food of the person that they got the organ from. So it can come from your ancestors. It really can.
Wow.
and I worked on somebody.
I never thought of that one.
I worked on somebody who a past life was healed. So it's not just, it's in your DNA, a past life. So
That could explain a lot of why I'm the way I am, because we had pirates in the mix, and I'm sure there was a couple of other people in there that were slightly off kilter, shall we say?
Captain
So
Jack.
a lot of what I am.
So on the next show,
can we?
we're gonna
One-eyed Willie.
I was told,
Rocky Road.
I was told by a psychic that I was Bluebeard.
I feel like I'm in the Goonies episode right now. Rocky Road.
Off kilter.
Every time I hear pirate, I think of that one episode.
Aye.
Hi, yeah. It's
The
Captain Jack.
Lunnons. The Lunnons were the pirates from Penzance. I think they were out there in the seas by Newfoundland.
I was Bluebeard in a past life, I was told.
For real.
Bluebeard? You were a man?
That was the dark side. Yeah, man.
With a blue beard.
Man with the blue beard.
I don't
he
know
was
how you look with a
ambitious.
blue beard. I kind of like you the way you look right now,
we're
Monica.
just silver
Please
foxes.
don't give me anything to think about tonight.
Oh my goodness. That is just too much.
Oh my gosh.
So you were Bluebeard.
Yeah.
Well,
A psychic told me that years ago.
well,
She's
thanks
like,
for.
I hope I can tell you this, she said. But you were Bluebeard. I was like, she thought I was going to get, upset about it.
Yeah.
I would-
Like,
you know.
well, it's not me now.
I would have just said, "Bitch."
That's my wicked side.
That's my wicked side.
like damn right.
Well, thanks for sharing that piece about ancestral clearing. And
Yeah.
Cristin, I can't even thank you enough. That we
I love that
we
you
were gonna
came
talk.
tonight.
We're gonna
Thank
my people are gonna talk to your people, which would be me talking to you.
We're definitely having her back. I
Yeah.
mean, I love
would
the
love
whole
it.
vibe of it too. I almost feel like we should almost make her a cast member, like on the show.
I didn't want to say that up front because I didn't want to like put that out there.
She kind of fits in here, though.
Yeah,
Look at
she
the two
fits
of these
right
women
the
here.
hell, man.
It's
She
like
fits right
I
in.
feel like we got a nice little duet here
I'm
going.
thinking
Pretty
that
good.
We're gonna
And
we're
she's
gonna
very
have some
well spoken.
conversations after the fact, and
Yeah.
she might be taking over my chair, and I'm
Yes, you come
No, I
sit
don't
here, and
think
then
it's that. No
I'll
check
do
for
the
me.
little switching the cameras thing.
no. We need you in that.
Oh,
in that spot.
gosh.
You got the proctologist jokes.
Do you want her one or two, Frank, or three? I remember that pink stink thing, but I.
Oh my God! You know the
He
funny.
went there.
I don't know. I was like, oh wait, there it is.
And the tape is still
Oh,
rolling.
Lord.
So thank you all
Hey, yes, for sure.
coming to this show, and
And listen, if you want to come out this weekend too, it's Stop and Shop LaGrange. We could use your help. Come on out,
ShopRite.
or ShopRite LaGrange, from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Please come on out. Either volunteer to help collecting cans, or or any kind of non-perishable goods, or please drop some off this Friday or Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 5. LaGrange ShopRite, and then the following weekend will be at ShopRite right across from Marist College. It's really great place. They put the stuff right on the displays for you. You can pick it right out. All the stuff that's on sale. But we're gonna feed probably about 13,000 people this Thanksgiving. So we
Wow.
could use your help, please. Every dollar, I'm telling you, 50 cents, 25, anything, everything and anything helps. So thank you very much for giving us and helping us and volunteering. We need all of you. Every little bit.
I'll plug the Vet to Vet finale. Season finale is this Saturday at the Shamrock Club, 76 Delafield Street, from 1 to 6.
Oh, the Shamrock Club. We stopped by there when we were delivering Christmas presents sometimes, grab a little quick shot of Irish whiskey.
There you go.
With Santa Claus. It's the
Founded
best.
by veterans. Yep.
It's really great. We walk in there. It's awesome.
did you want to say anything at the end?
Wrap
of
it
the
up,
show?
Monica, for us.
No, I just want to thank everybody for being here, and we'll see you next time.
And
wait, before we go, Diana Thomas Johnson said that the 9 months you're in the womb, you're experiencing everything your mother is feeling, including
1,000%.
trauma. We totally agree with that.
I believe that.
There is
Yeah.
so much entitlement in today's society.
Yeah, I've
There
cleared
is.
some of that myself.
Entitlement. Yeah, there is a
Stephanie,
little bit.
We got your contact information. We'll see what there is up there in Broome County.
See if we can figure out some vet to vet.
She also forgot a couple of letters, but that's all right.
Yeah, it's all good. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming out and watching us tonight. We really appreciate it.
We're kind of like when you go to a family function and then you never get an opportunity to really say goodbye, or you just don't ever want to leave, and one more thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you
Say
guys
good
so
night,
much.
Frank.
We'll see you next week, next Thursday, 7 p.m.
So you're Frank, and you're Frank, and together we are, frankly speaking.
Your party at the door, bring it open mind. Mind. Pass the sound bites, truths where we explore. Frankly speaking, that's what this mic is for. Frankly speaking, let's go open the door. Frankly speaking, you can ask for more. Frankly speaking.